Ella was the type of person, her best friend Lexi, who was actually the person who called me to tell me. She's Jewish, and Ella is the type of person that would go to Chabad with her, and then her friends would go to Mass with her, and that just kind of, and that story really stuck with me because it just pretty much sums up.
Wow, that was a hard interview. That was earlier this hour. Phoebe Payas, Brown University student, close friend of Ella Cook, one of the students who was killed in that shooting at Brown. Phoebe is just one example of the many turning to faith to cope with tragedy around the world. Father Jonah Teller of St. Joseph's Church here in New York is with us now. Father, nice to see you.
You too. Thanks so much.
You were in Washington, D.C. Now you've been in New York for 3 years. You can sure pick the towns, can't you?
Yeah, I'm really lucky.
Thank you for being here. Phoebe is deeply hurt. I think I can speak for Dana. It was hard to get through that one. She right now is converting to Catholicism. And what we're noticing is a rise in religion in the lives of young people. I've got a lot of reasons here that can tell me why, but why don't you go tell me what you've learned?
I think the heart of it is that God loves people and he wants them to experience his peace. Looking around at the country, we're more polarized than ever, and that's not good, but it does mean that people have to think about what they believe and choose it with more conviction. I was talking to Phoebe just a couple minutes ago as well, and she mentioned also that her generation is particularly one that has experienced loneliness and just a real sense of isolation and fragmentation. And so church offers you a real community, especially at the heart of that friendship with Jesus Christ, but then a real unity with friends surrounding that.
We can show you here this poll from that Gen Z attends the most church services per month, if you can pull that up for everyone to see, right? So that's pretty amazing. And also, I have heard that at your parish, like Sunday night Mass is very well attended.
Yeah.
It's a lot of young people. And I loved my youth group, my singles group, when I was first working on Capitol Hill. I was part of the Lutheran Church right there behind the Supreme Court. We met every Wednesday night. I'm still friends with them. They really helped me get through that quarter life crisis that I was going through. Did you get the sense that these kids went through their senior year of high school in COVID, and now they want to be together? Some of them might even have to work from home, but they want to be in person.
Absolutely. You can't snuff the human spirit. We are made to know people and to love people, to be known and to be loved. And that's just powerfully experienced in a church. You can't miss that.
The number of weekends churchgoers attend church per month, all right? Gen Z is number one here. If you put up the chart, number 3, guys, as compared to millennials, Gen X, boomers, and elders. And I was reading a couple of things here, Father. Not just strictly for the Catholic Church, but maybe for religion overall, that in an unstable and fractured world, the promise of strength and love and community is a pretty good pitch. And that comes from a New York Post piece. New Yorkers turning to the church, number of Catholic converts soaring. What do you make of that?
Well, the Post put it well, and the people that are in my OCIA class for people entering the church, we've got over 100 people in that class.
OCIA
Order of Christian Initiation of Adults. The church loves obscure, terms and things like that. So the people entering that, there's a guy who played track and field at Duke. There's a guy who played basketball at Michigan. There are people who are AI founders, people who are artists, and they come from all different walks of life, but they've all had this encounter with, I think, a love that gives them identity, because we're desperate to know who we are. And I think the Creator who made us is the one who knows us best and can tell us that, and he's drawing them to him.
I have 2 quick questions.
Sure.
If there's somebody watching who is thinking, I'd like to go, but I don't necessarily want to go by myself, like what's the key to taking that first step into the church?
You're not alone, and many people there are just like you, just trying it for the first time.
Okay, my second question is this. Anybody making a love connection at the church?
We have singles events, and everybody's trying to find a husband or wife.
They want to find people,
They do,
right?
exactly.
They want to date. They want to find.
Look, if you want to find your next spouse, they're at church.
Right?
Okay?
I know. I'm trying to tell them, but now you told them, and they'll believe you.
Come to St. Joseph's in the Village. You'll find.
Father, can I quote you? You said we have everything at our fingertips in this digital age, and it's not reaching our hearts.
Amen.
Explain.
Well, especially in New York City, which is a city of excellence, of ambition, of striving. People come here and they've achieved everything they set out to do, and then they realize it hasn't satisfied them. And that is a real challenge.
And they keep looking.
Yeah, and they keep looking.
Great to meet
Wow, I
so much.
love meeting you. I hear a lot of great things about you. Thank you so much for being
God
here.
bless you
and
both.
you're a Bengal fan, apparently, too.
Unfortunately, we're praying. The darkness spreads even to Cincinnati right now. Prayers for Joe
What do you
Burrow.
think of the Broncos?
Oh, great team.
Thank you.
Great team.
Yes, absolutely. I'll pass the word.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Father. Keep praying.
Thanks. God
All right,
bless you
now
guys.
this.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.